The samurai. The very name conjures powerful images. These warriors are icons of Japanese history. For centuries, they shaped the destiny of Japan. They were more than just soldiers. They were a ruling class, a cultural force. Their influence extended far beyond the battlefield. The samurai class dominated Japan for nearly 700 years. Their story is one of power, discipline, and a unique code of honor. Understanding the samurai is key to understanding Japan itself. Their presence is woven into the fabric of the nation's past. Their significance cannot be overstated. Samurai were central to Japanese society for a very long time. They served feudal lords, known as daimyo. They fought in great battles, deciding the fate of provinces. But their role was not limited to warfare. They were administrators. They were also poets and scholars. The samurai class set standards for behavior and aesthetics. They influenced art, literature, and even everyday manners. Their ideals, though sometimes harsh, left a deep mark on the Japanese spirit. This mark can still be felt today in many aspects of the culture. Think of the samurai. You see polished armor, gleaming swords. The katana is their most famous weapon. It was said to be the soul of the warrior. Their appearance was striking, designed to intimidate and impress. Helmets, or kabuto, were often elaborate, adorned with fierce crests. Beneath the armor was a person trained from youth in self-control. Their disciplined demeanor was as much a part of their identity as their fighting skill. This image has captivated people worldwide for generations, a symbol of focused strength. But what was life truly like for these legendary figures? Beyond the epic battles and stoic portraits lies a complex daily existence. Their lives were highly structured, governed by duty and tradition. It was a life of constant training, both mental and physical. It was a life where honor was valued above existence itself. To truly grasp the samurai, we must look beyond the myth. We must explore their everyday routines, their beliefs, and their place in the world they inhabited. This journey takes us into the heart of feudal Japan. A samurai's day began before the sun's first rays. The pre-dawn chill often filled their simple living quarters. There was no time for lingering in bed. Discipline was paramount, instilled from the earliest age. The first act was often one of purification. This could involve cold water ablutions, a shock to awaken the senses fully. Then, quiet meditation followed. This was crucial for honing mental focus and inner calm. A samurai needed a clear mind before facing any challenge, big or small. Breakfast was typically frugal, perhaps some rice, soup, and pickled vegetables. Martial training was the core of a samurai's existence. After their morning preparations, they would proceed to the dojo. This was the training hall, a sacred space for warriors. Here they practiced the art of the sword, kenjutsu. Hours were spent perfecting strikes, blocks, and footwork. They used wooden swords, bokken, for sparring to avoid serious injury. Archery, or kyujutsu, was another vital skill. Firing arrows from horseback, yabusame, required incredible precision and balance. Each movement was practiced relentlessly until it became second nature. The clang of steel or the thud of arrows was a constant sound. Physical conditioning was relentless and brutal. Samurai understood that their body was a weapon. It needed to be strong, agile, and resilient. They engaged in running to build stamina. Sumo wrestling helped develop strength and grappling skills. Swimming, often in full armor, tested endurance and adaptability. Some even practiced enduring extreme cold or heat to fortify their will. This rigorous physical regimen ensured they were always prepared for the demands of combat. Pain and exhaustion were obstacles to be overcome, not yielded to. Every bead of sweat was a testament to their dedication. Yet a samurai was expected to be more than a mere fighter. The ideal warrior was also cultured and educated. Time was dedicated to academic pursuits. Calligraphy, or shodo, was practiced to cultivate patience and precision. Many samurai composed poetry, particularly haiku, to express their understanding of beauty and transience. They studied classical literature and military strategy. This balance, known as bunbu ryodo, the pen and sword in accord, was highly valued. It ensured the samurai was not just a brute, but a well-rounded individual, capable of both warfare and governance. The life of a samurai was governed by an unwritten code. This code was known as Bushido, the way of the warrior. It was not a single text, but a collection of moral principles. These principles guided their actions, thoughts, and entire lives. Bushido emphasized virtues such as righteousness, ji, courage, yu, and benevolence, jin. It taught respect, rei, honesty, makoto, honor, meio, and above all, loyalty, chugi. These were not abstract ideals. They were practical guides for daily conduct. A samurai strived to embody these virtues in every aspect of their life. Loyalty to one's lord, or daimyo, was the cornerstone of Bushido. A samurai's life was dedicated to serving their master. This loyalty was absolute, often demanding the ultimate sacrifice without hesitation. Honor was equally important. A samurai would rather die than live in shame. Maintaining one's honor and the honor of one's family and lord was paramount. This intense focus on honor shaped their interactions with others. It dictated their speech, their posture, and their response to any perceived slight. Even a minor insult could have deadly consequences if honor was at stake. Bushido also dealt with the complex interplay of duty and human feeling. Giri represented duty, obligation, and social responsibility. This was often in conflict with ninjo, or natural human emotions. A samurai was expected to prioritize giri above all else. This could lead to immense internal struggles. Imagine being ordered to fight a friend or a family member serving an opposing lord. Bushido demanded that duty prevail. This stoicism and acceptance of harsh realities was central to the samurai mindset. Personal desires were secondary to the greater obligations they carried. The most extreme expression of Bushido was seppuku. This was ritual suicide, sometimes referred to as harakiri. It was a way for a samurai to die with honor if they had failed in their duty. It could also be a form of protest, or a way to avoid capture by an enemy. Seppuku was a highly ritualized act. It demonstrated a samurai's courage and control, even in the face of death. While shocking to outsiders, within the context of Bushido, it was seen as a final, honorable act. It underscored the immense value placed on honor over life itself. While renowned for their martial prowess, samurai had significant roles beyond the battlefield. During long periods of peace, such as the Edo period, their duties shifted. Many samurai served as administrators in their lord's domain. They managed finances, oversaw public works, and dispensed justice. They acted as magistrates, police officers, and advisors. Their discipline and education made them effective bureaucrats. These peacetime roles were crucial for maintaining order and stability in feudal Japan. They proved that their skills were adaptable to tasks of governance. Samurai were also significant patrons and practitioners of the arts. Many cultivated refined cultural pursuits. The tea ceremony, chanoyu, was a popular practice. It emphasized simplicity, harmony, and mindfulness. Some samurai became masters of flower arranging, ikebana, or landscape gardening. They attended and supported no theater, a classical form of Japanese drama. Writing poetry, especially linked verse, renga, or haiku, remained an important skill. This engagement with culture helped to shape the aesthetic sensibilities of Japan. It showed a different, more reflective side to the warrior class. The era of the samurai officially ended in the late 19th century. The Meiji Restoration brought about sweeping changes in Japan. The feudal system was dismantled, and the samurai class lost its special privileges. Many samurai struggled to adapt to this new world. Some resisted the changes, leading to rebellions. Others embraced modernization, becoming leaders in government, business, and education. Though their official status was gone, their spirit and ideals did not simply vanish. The transition was a difficult period, marking the end of an age for these warriors. Yet the legacy of the samurai endures powerfully today. Bushido's principles, though modified, still influence Japanese ethics and business practices. The emphasis on discipline, loyalty, and perseverance can be seen in many areas of modern Japanese life. Martial arts like kendo, judo, and aikido trace their roots back to samurai traditions. The image of the stoic, honorable samurai continues to fascinate people globally. They appear in films, books, and video games, a timeless symbol of warrior ethos. The samurai may have passed into history, but their shadow stretches long into the present day.